title. And this is Steve Purcell and Kurt Jones.
Well, they'll pick up a 5-second penalty. Now, they came in 5th in the average. They've won a little over $23,000. They've had a good week. 5th in the average would be another $12,000 added on that, so that'll put them right up there around 40 grand.
You know, one other team is gone, and that was Charles Pogue and Mike Beers, 4.6 seconds. So they have the lead at the moment here in round number 10. Kind of like bareback riding, not a lot of drama left in the team roping. Who will win the average? And Speed and Rich flirting with history as they join Jake Barnes and Clay O'Brien Cooper as the only Cowboys to ever win 7 world titles in team roping.
Well, right there, Matt Tyler and Patrick Smith, I think that's going to cinch the average, Jeff. They came in, they had about a 5-second lead over the number 2 team. That would be Jake Barnes and Alan Bach. So with that in mind, and they make a clean run right out in the middle of the arena, they knew they had to just make sure things work. See Patrick look things over. That'll be a nice little run worth $36,763. Not a bad day.
Kevin Stewart, Monty Joe Petska next to work.
4 seconds.
Oddly enough, on Patrick Smith, you know, he didn't start roping until like 1998.
Yeah, he was what, 18 years old or older? It's amazing what he has accomplished, because it is very tough, especially heeling. It's very tough to pick it up and get to this level of competition.
5 seconds flat for Stewart and Monty Joe Petska.
Now, Montana, there's some people trying to get home and find rather early today. Your numbers might be
Next to go, Clay Tryon and Corey Petska.
Clay Tryon and Corey Petska. They're big more Montana guys.
Actually, it's kind of interesting. Clay and his brother are here, and their mother, Terry K. Kirkland, actually made it here in barrel racing. It's the first mother-son combination we've ever seen at the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo.
Well, they'd like to get a check. Now, they've won almost 20,000. Tough round, but look there. 4.2, and they get flagged out for a crossfire. A crossfire, well, it's pretty much a judgment call on the field flagger, so he felt like the heeler released his rope a little early, and that's his. Well, they'd like to get a check. Now, they've won almost 20,000. Tough round, but look there. 4.2, and they get flagged out for a crossfire.
Travis Tryon and Matt Zancanella have done pretty well, $12,000 this week. That came when they actually split first place in the first round here at the Wrangler National Finals. Problems, though, here in round 10. We have had a lead change, 2 4.4s on the board. Wade Wheatley and Britt Buckus in there, and also these guys, David Key and Clay O'Brien Cooper. Chad Masters and Michael Jones will be the next guys to go. The youngsters, they came into Las Vegas, I think, with high expectations. Both of them were number 5 in the world. And hasn't been quite the stretch that they had hoped that it would be, but they could finish it off pretty nicely right here. That will put them in a tie for the lead, a 3-way tie at the moment.
Yeah, that will help. That definitely will help. You know, these boys, one thing they have picked up, they've picked up some experience while they've been here, and they've also picked up, well, about $20,000. If they end up splitting this round, that'll be probably another $10,000 to go with that. Not a bad way to have to spend a week in Vegas.
T. Woolman has gone back to the camo cowboy hat so he can blend in here at the Thomas & Mack Center. These guys have won almost $24,000 this week, 9th in the average. Of course, T. Woolman, a 3-time world champion, won those titles in 80, 82, and 91, but he's going to miss here.
Well, you know, they backed in there. They were 9th in the average. The average goes down to 8 places that you get paid for. So they knew they had to place in order to move up. They knew they had to place in order to win this round, and T was just trying to get things done as quick as he could, and that's what happens. It creates mistakes.
California, 19-5.
What a week for Daniel Green and Corey Kuntz, over $53,000. When these guys have been good over the first 9 rounds, I mean, they have been really good. They split first in round 2. They won round number 3. Back in a split in round number 7 and round number 8. That's the way you do it.
Well, they're going to have to be 4-3 or quicker to do it right now. Good look at Corey Kuntz's fans. Corey Kuntz, of course, on the healing side of this picture. A wicked man. They got a quick run set up now. You can see why Corey, and he slips the leg. So 4-2. Ooh-wee. Goes to 9-2.
That would have been good enough to put him in first place at the moment. You know, we talked about Corey Kuntz. He wears an insulin monitor. He's diabetic. It's really helped change next to go. His real name is Benny. Everybody kind of wonders what Boogie's real name is. Well, it's Benny.
Benny Boogie, who cares? He's a stick when it comes to rope and heels. 4.5 seconds. They came in fourth in the average. 4.5, that'll put them third in this round. Fourth in the average pays $17,000 more. So, boy, these guys have had a tremendous week. They've won $50,000 already. That'll put them in around $70,000. And there's the dally that capped it all off. But it's not over yet.
First chance today to see Trevor Brazile. You and I were talking about most money won by a Cowboy in the season, and you go all the way back to 1993 when Ty Murray won $197,000, or $297,000 actually. Trevor Brazile comes in here $277,000, going to go over the $300,000 mark. If he doesn't make some mistakes, he can stay up there in the average. 8th in the average coming in here.
Boy, look how quick he rebuilt and caught this deer. And now we go. He didn't spin his loop. So Wayne cleans it up, but the problems will probably drop them. They came in 8th in the average. And looking at it, they were about 4 seconds ahead of the 9th place team. That was T. Woman and Kyle Lockett. So they have 19 and 5, so that will probably drop them out of the average, that little deal right there.
You saw Trevor really reaching right there. It just doesn't pay off. Jake Barnes and Alan Bach next to go. They won last night with a run of 4.2. That put them in first place again right here.
Well, they were about 4.9 seconds out of first place in the average. They won't move up because that's untouchable, but they will stay second. 5 seconds flat, second in the average. That's $29,800 more. So that puts them right around $80,000 for the week. Great run.
Jake Barnes 7 times. He's been a world champion, 3 times for Alan Bach. And speaking of 7-time world champions, that's all that's left for Speed and Rich. And, you know, it's been kind of an interesting stretch for Speed Williams. He has the flu, and last night on his birthday, well, today's his birthday, this morning at 12:03 a.m., he got a new daughter. It was in Amarillo, Texas. And that's all they needed, just make it official, but they have won 7 straight world titles. Haley Wren Williams born last night. And Speed Williams, it's his birthday, and he wins his 7th straight world championship along with Rich Skelton. Another round of history for Speed and Rich here at the 45th Wrangler National Finals Rodeo.